Hey everybody at WS V25. I thought I would give you guys a tour of a wastewater lift station. This one happens to be at the north coast of Ventura. It is part of a chain of lift stations that actually pump waste all the way down to the harbor treatment plant in Ventura. So some of this stuff goes over 30 miles, so quite a journey. I'll give you guys a short tour and kind of explain some things as we go along. All right, so this is the beginning of the lift station. We've got an emergency generator here. In case power goes out, we've got generators at all of our lift stations. We've got our main incoming power from Edison here, 480 volts. Our electric meter. This is our main breaker here, and then this breaker down here is going to control a sub panel. We got a transformer here. This panel basically sends power out to all the homes in this section. Each of the homes here has an individual septic tank with a pump in it. The septic tank fills up and the pump will kick on, and it pushes all of the waste into this lift station here. And we'll go ahead and show you that. So you can control or shut off the power to individual homes from here. There is also a breaker at the panels in each home. So here we have the two major components of a pump station, the wet well and the dry well. And everything gets pumped into the wet well. I hope you guys are appreciative. I'm risking my phone for this. This is the wet well here. What you see is a probe going down, and that's sensing the level. This was just broken up, the solids, but what you're seeing on top there are the fats, oils, and grease accumulating on top. So we have to go through and periodically break those up. We don't want those coagulating and getting on the walls or getting too big. Sometimes we will have to net those out. And then here we have our dry well. And we're going to go ahead and get inside and show you what's going on down there. All right, now we are down in the dry well. It's a bit of a tight quarters, but I'll try and give you a quick go around. So water is going to enter the dry well through these pipes here. You've got two influent pipes. Water then travels through a shutoff valve into a pump. This is a frame-mounted centrifugal pump. Continues through a check valve, another shutoff valve, and then it leaves the lift station and enters the force main, where it will travel down to the next lift station. Same thing going on here. Another reducer, shutoff valve, slightly larger pump on this one, check valve, and joins up. As far as electrical goes, we've got our main line coming in. This is our main disconnect. Some nice big fuses. This panel is no longer being used. This one is still being used, but not to its full extent. You'll see we have some HOA switches here, hour meters, all this stuff is no longer in use. But this is our motor control center. So we've got our power coming in, and then it's distributed to the two breakers for pump 1 and pump 2. Goes down to the contactor. These are the switches that turn the pump on. So once electricity is applied to the coil, that will energize the coil and will send power to the motors. At the bottom down here, these are the overloads. So if the pump is pulling too many amps to prevent it from overheating, these guys will trip. So something always important to check out. Some transformers. Got another transformer. That's what this guy's here's powering. So that's knocking the power from 220 down to 120 volts. Just got some breakers in here. These control small things in here like the fan or the blower that provides us with some clean air in here, lights, things like that. This here is our main pump control. So this is the HMI, human machine interface, and this is going to give us all sorts of information and let us interact with this lift station. So what you see here is our level in the tank and the wet well. We have information on our pumps. We can change our set points, when we want the pumps to come on, when we want them to turn off, set lead and lag pumps, all kinds of stuff. They give us faults. If we have any problems, it will record those. So a lot of information can be gathered here. And we've got our HOAs. So this is how we're going to turn our pumps on. If we want to test them. Never forget to take these and put them back in auto when you leave. Big mistake is leaving those in the off position. You will get called back out rather quickly, and it can be pretty embarrassing. So always make sure before you leave that these are set to auto. Other than that, that's about it. There's not a whole lot to it. Each lift station has its own little quirks, and you learn them as you go along. Some submersible pumps in case we develop a leak. We do not want this place filling up with wastewater, so they will catch up as much as they can. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I will try and answer them as they come in. All right, thanks. Take care. All right, back again. I wanted to show you guys another kind of lift station that's very popular, one you've probably driven over hundreds of times and never even realized it. There's really nothing to see above ground. You've just got these doors, and inside you've got two components. One is the wet well. This one actually contains the pump as well. So at the bottom of these guide rails there are submersible pumps, and they discharge directly into that effluent pipe that comes back out and goes into this guy here, this vault, which is going to have our valves in it. So not too much to see in here. We've got some check valves, shut off valves, go into a header or T, and then simply discharges right there to the gravity line. This one actually goes a little farther up, turns down a driveway, goes to another lift station where it's pumped again to the main gravity line, where it eventually flows to that harbor wastewater treatment plant. So just wanted to show you guys that. This is another really kind of popular lift station. We see a lot of these, so something you should definitely become familiar with. As you can see, we've got all the fats, oils, and grease on top there. This one's controlled by floats. So we've got 4 different floats, one to start the lead, one to start the lag, one to shut the pumps off, and then finally the highest one is our high level float. We do not want that one to trip. If it does, we will get an alarm. Our motor control panel is that guy right there, the red light on top. So it's hooked up to an alarm system as well, where we'll get a call if something is wrong. Anyways, just wanted to show you guys that. Something else to take a look at. Have a great day.